So in recent cycling news, Lidl, the budget supermarket, are selling 3 individual bikepacking bags at only £9.99 each. It's been big news as they're so cheap, but made more popular by the fact that Planet X, who claim to be the best brand when it comes to bikepacking, have reduced their bags to £9.98. So Lidl have 3 bags, a handlebar bag, a frame bag and a saddle bag. They're all only available for a week, I believe. That started the 8th of March 2020. Planet X have only dropped the price of their Podsack range. Other than great marketing, I think the main reason they've dropped them in price is because they're pretty much the same bag. After looking at all the pictures and the specs, the Lidl bags are the same as the Podsack range, just with less decals. I'm going to go through each bag separately and I'll leave timestamps for each bag in the description. Originally this was the only one I wanted out of the 3, as it's a lot smaller and it fits between most drop bars, which my current Rock Bros bar bag doesn't. Initial first thoughts are the dry bag does feel rugged and waterproof. All the bags are described as waterproof, and although I'm not certain on all the materials, just by looking on the inside you can tell, and just by the feel of them. This dry bag or compression sack has a 9 litre capacity. It has a small reflective patch at the front with a little strap to attach a light. I like the fact you can take the dry bag out separately without having to attach the whole thing from the bike. My current bar bag doesn't do this, and I can imagine it being very handy. All the clips seem pretty solid and they clip in nice and tight, as well as the straps. I'm not sure I like the look of the leathery straps, but you can fully remove them and replace them if it was an issue. There's only 3 straps, 1 head tube and 2 on the bars. I think this is enough if you were having it between a set of drop bars, but if it was on a flat bar it probably would shake about quite a bit. Looks wise it does look reasonably smart. There isn't too much going on and not too many loose straps. Although saying that, I feel the 2 adjustable straps at the front are a little too short. It does fit the bag at full capacity, but I know people who stuff extra things like jackets or tent poles underneath this bit, and they probably could do with a little more velcro at the back as well, but to make it so cheap obviously you have to cut costs somewhere, and velcro isn't really a must when it's between a set of drop bars. I personally prefer the bag only opening up at one end, as I think it's easier to pack things and stuff it in properly. Obviously with 2 entrances you don't need to take everything out at once to get to the bottom, but like this it does give you more room when you put it between some drop bars, as there is less room taken up by the folds and the clip. There's 6 holes for the back strap to suit a range of head tube sizes or stem lengths. I think this is quite a good bit of design, as they've actually thought that it's got to fit a lot of bikes. This one I'm least impressed with. It has a 2 litre capacity, which isn't too bad, but I was quite reluctant to buy it because I just really don't like the look of it. For me, straight away, it just doesn't look very nice. I think what I like least about this bag is the large straps. Like on the bar bag, I'm not too keen on the leathery look, but the biggest issue on this one is you can't take the straps off. The 2 straps for the top tube aren't too much of an issue, but depending on the size and geometry of your frame, the 2 end straps could be an issue. If the bag came up short on your frame, then you're left with a big ugly strap, either loosely attached or just with no purpose really. And I don't like the fact there's nowhere to tuck the straps in. This frame is quite a small frame, very thin tubes, and the velcro is barely touching, and now I've got these big flappy bits of velcro with nowhere to tuck them in. But luckily it fits perfectly on the Cannondale, a bit too perfect that I might actually use it. Again, this one is waterproof. Even the zip has a little slot to tuck under, and the zip gets hidden under like a waterproof coating. I also like it, the inside has a pocket which you could use for, I don't know, money, just loose change, keys or a bank card. Lastly is the saddle bag. It is fully waterproof and has an approximate capacity of 8 litres. Looks wise it's quite clean and simple. It doesn't have many patterns, textures or decals, but I wouldn't expect this of a bag this price range. It has two hard bits of plastic at the bottom of the bag on either side. This would help keep its shape and keep it nice and rigid. This doesn't make a huge difference once it's fully stuffed. If you were to take these out, you'd have two small pockets on either side. They could be used for maybe a small multi-tool for quick access, but other than that, they seem quite pointless. On the inside you have a very nice colour blue waterproof material. I think this is nice as it adds a bit of colour to what would be a very dark saddlebag. Once packed, you have quite a few loose straps. These aren't too bad as they could be tucked in behind the others or even on the side pockets. The seat post strap is a bit long, and in my case I'm not using much of the Velcro at all. This could be an issue as the bag is very loose and wobbly on the saddle. Like most saddlebags, it has a plastic strip on the inside which would help when you're folding or rolling the bag back up. It has a reflective strip at the back which you could attach a rear light to. I also like the fact this has a bungee cord over the back which you could attach maybe a rain jacket to for quick access. Not all bike bags have this, which I think is a nice touch for a bag so cheap. Overall, I think these bags are great value for money and definitely worth getting if you can get hold of them. I have uploaded this video a little late, and the week they got released it has gone. I have still seen them in the once it's gone aisle, so it's well worth getting if you can. Although there are some design features that do have room for improvement, these bags are worth getting just to have for spares or for a friend who tags along one day. I wouldn't swap any of these out for my current bike bags, but I am definitely going to use the handlebar one for when I'm on my road bike. If you thought this review was any good, let me know and I will do a review of my current Rock Bros setup. Those bags are also great value for money, a little bit more expensive, but definitely have better features.